Alright, it's 6:43. I woke up a little late today, but I'm already on the charts. I've been on the charts for a little bit, maybe for like 20 minutes. AVGO looks good right here. Break structure, finally retesting these highs. I think this is good. Could we take down? Possibly. It could be just a fake and keep going, but this is the 1 hour time frame, and if we can close in 60 minutes up here, then I'm pretty bullish on AVGO. Well, I got stopped out. Oh shit, I almost dropped some water. Hold on. Well, I got stopped out. It didn't hold up on the 1 hour like I said. It was until the last couple minutes. It just, you know what I'm saying? Nvidia, I got out of Nvidia around like right here or so. But yeah, for AVGO, I took a loss for like $50, and then I sold these contracts. These are swingers from yesterday, but I sold these for 55. So technically, I didn't lose anything. Technically, it's break even, $5 up, I guess, but still break even trade. I don't know if I recorded anything, but technically, I'm at a break even day today so far. Break even trade, and I was working out for like 30 minutes. But my niece just called me, said she needs to ride to school, so I'm gonna do that. Drop her off, finish my workout. Oh damn, I'm black as hell. Finish my workout, shower, take Dutch out, do all of the above. But yeah, I'll talk about something when I get back to the crib. Alright, I just got out the shower like 10 minutes ago, but I seen this really good setup. I didn't get to take this trade, but this would have been a perfect setup, A+ setup right here. Let me explain why. First of all, I went on the 1 hour and I marked out pre-market lows, and on the 15 minute, you can see that we've just been rejecting, consolidating right here, and we didn't really get a break. We tried to break right there. You could barely see it. We tried to break, but then you just bought back up. With this big ass candle right here too, that also gave me more confirmation that this is gonna go back up. Then it made a fair value gap, tapped it in right there. I would have probably entered right off of that. Another big candle, and then it just ripped. I think we might retrace to these highs. It's almost 12. The market closed in about like an hour, and I missed my entry on where I wanted to take on the PM session. I had calls, outdated contract calls, but I don't know why I sold. I just got scared, but I don't know why I did that. But I sold down there, like around right here, just for it to keep going up higher. But it is what it is. Shit like that happens. I just wanted to make up for my loss on AVGO, which also the same thing happened here. Went back down to pre-market lows. Didn't fully close. On the 4 hour is swept. On the 4 hour is swept. You can see right there, there was not really a closure right there, and then pushed back up higher just for it to go in our direction. Would have been a nice trade. Almost $5 trade. Damn, almost 5 to 1 trade it could have been. Yeah, but it is what it is. We miss our opportunities sometimes, and you can't chase a trade because that's how you lose your money. If you're not in it, then stay away from the charts and get back later. I'm not entering calls at highs already. You know what I'm saying? We already tapped this 5 times. But yeah, it'd be like that. I'm down. Well, actually, I'm up $5 for the day because that Nvidia contract basically made up for my loss. But I could have had more. I think I still have that contract on my watch list. Okay, I don't have that Nvidia contract on my watch list, but I do have that AVGO contract that got stopped out of. Look how much it's at right now. We entered right here and got stopped out down here just for it to run. And shit like that happens, bro. Like, I don't know how to explain how annoying or that type of feeling, but that shit happens to everybody. But yeah, nothing I can do but go on to the next trade. In times like this, I think they're just all a part of the process, and that's something that you kind of got to enjoy. And it's not about the progress, because sometimes you don't see progress, and that's something I actually want to talk about, is that be process driven and not progress driven. I remember when I would probably literally 2 months ago, I had a really bad month for the past 2 months, and it was just like really bad. Like, I really wanted to give up. I feel like I didn't see any progress, you know? Sometimes I feel like I'm doing so much, I'm learning so much, and I do all this stuff, but then when I fail, like say I take a bad trade or whatever, I feel like I didn't learn anything. I feel like I wasted my time. I feel like I'm not growing. I just feel like I didn't see any progress, you know? I look back for the month and I'm down $300 for the entire month, and I've been doing this shit for a year, you know, or a year and a half, almost 2 years, and I'm thinking like, why the fuck can I make any money? Shit like that will really put you down if you don't know how to handle that type of situation. If you don't know how to handle that type of, how do I explain it? I don't know. I think I just really want this shit really bad to know that I'm not gonna stop until I make it. But for anyone else, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would have given up by now. I'm pretty sure losing a couple $1,000s trading after a year or two and not seeing anything in return, they're gonna quit. And I know for sure I almost quit a couple times. In this game, it's not about the progress, it's about the process. And it's not about, yeah, it's nice to have, okay, it's nice to make easy $200, $300. I've seen people make thousands of dollars in like a couple minutes. Yes, I think that's the plan. Yes, I think that's the goal, and I think that's the plan and everyone's motive. But when you don't see progress and that's all that you're kind of expecting, you're not gonna get nowhere, and it's gonna be really painful for you. It's like at any job too. I heard this thing says that any job is like when you work at a job, it's not what you are getting, it's who are you becoming at the job. So almost like the same thing in trading. You might not see any progress, and it's not about what you get in the beginning. It's about who you become in the end. Trading isn't for everybody, and it's not something that you just go half-ass and learn once in a while, and maybe you'll get it and throw a trade here and there. It doesn't work like that. I mean, at some point, if you've worked so hard and to learn and understand and trade so long after years and years, eventually you only need to look at the charts for a little bit, know what you want to set your price, boom, 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 and then you can go on about your day. But that takes a lot. That takes a lot of experience and a lot of years. But I really do think trading will show you all your flaws in everything, in like every aspect of your life. Like I was saying earlier, enjoy the process, not the progress, because sometimes you don't see any progress. The process of this trading shit is that it'll actually make you a better person. Like before I even started trading, I didn't even work out like that, and working out does actually do a really good improvement on your trading. And until you actually become a trader and do all this stuff on a daily routine, you actually know what I'm talking about. Just let's say you do work out, but you're not consistent working out. You don't go your full reps. Sometimes you're like, nah, I don't want to go today. If you're like that, you're gonna be like that in your charts, and being like that in the charts or in trading will not get you nowhere, and then you're just gonna be stuck. You're not gonna be really growing anywhere. Reading and stuff, I didn't really like reading. Honestly, I hated reading when I was younger. My mom used to tell me that, I told my mom that I want to be rich one day, and she said, then read books. And honestly, I never understood what she said until years later. Like now that I'm older, I kind of get it now. And I read a lot of books now. I read a lot of just psychology books, trading books, money books, shit like that, business books, all that stuff. I don't go too crazy into reading like that. But I do know that it does have some good information in those books. And knowledge is power, but applied knowledge is power. So you can know all the shit in the world, but not apply nothing, and you won't get nowhere. If you are learning something that you know you're going to apply, then you're applying power. But yeah, I'm not too much of a religious person. I do believe in God. I do believe that there's a higher upper power there somewhere. And God could be anybody. You can have God as you can have your dog as a God. It doesn't matter. Whoever the fuck you believe in, whatever you believe in, that's your God. But to me personally, I didn't start praying a lot more until I started trading a lot more. Recently, I started praying a lot more. I do feel a lot more comforting when I talk to God, and that's just, I don't know. I just talk, I talk to him like he's not my homie, but like he's someone that I look up to in a way, Before I started trading, I used to pray to him mainly only when I had like bad times. Like you guys ever had like a pregnancy scare and you're just like, God, I promise, like I won't do that shit again. Like please, like I hope it's not happening to me. Like please, whatever the fuck or whatever they do. But usually people pray when they're in a bad time or a bad situation. But I do be feeling bad sometimes. I don't know if anyone else feels like that, but I be feeling like that sometimes. I be feeling like, damn, like all of a sudden, like I'm talking to, or not that, but I feel like he feels like all of a sudden I'm talking to him only because I'm in a bad situation. But I also do believe he puts us in bad situation so he knows that we're there. So that we know that he's there. Overall, I do think trading did help me a lot with a lot of shit. I'm a lot more healthier. I do a lot more things. I'm a lot more productive. I'm organized now. Like, I don't know how to explain this shit, but I love the process of what it's turning me into and not just the progress of not making that much money yet. But yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna end it off right here. I'll tap in with y'all tomorrow.